What's good, people? Thank you as always for passing by the channel. Much appreciated. Hit the subscribe button if you guys are new. All right, so it's just got a bit more interesting between Yarde and Kovalev. I say between Yarde and Kovalev. I don't think the fight's ever going to happen, but we'll discuss it anyway. So they couldn't agree terms, obviously. Tunde Ajayi was saying they were the A side, which they clearly weren't. So they were never going to be able to agree terms. So it's now gone to purse bids. The date for the purse bid is April 8th. The way it works for the WBO is that the champion will get an 80-20 or 75-25 split depending upon where the fight takes place. So bear in mind, Tunde Ajayi thinks they're the A side, and he was probably thinking of a 60-40 split in favor of Yarde. Now they're going to have to accept the 25 or 20 split. So that's why I don't think the fight's going to happen. But that's not the problem. The biggest problem is that Frank Warren has to win this purse bid. He has to win this purse bid. Bear in mind, anyone, if you're a promoter, can bid for this. I mean, I don't think the fight's big enough that it's going to interest Eddie Hearn or any other big wigs from America, but anyone can bid for this. I think you have to put a minimum bid down of 300,000, and I think you have to pay some of that up front, but you can bid for it if you want it. But the biggest problem is this. Tunde Ajayi has come out on numerous occasions, I think you guys have all seen the interview, saying he's not going to travel. This fight has to take place in London, Emirates Stadium. Obviously not going to happen, but could happen in London. Kathy Duva, who's the promoter for SERGEY Kovalev, has said that they've already sort of looked at a place in Russia, which says to me that some Russian bigwig is going to put down a massive purse bid and Frank Warren's not going to be able to compete. That's what it says for me. Even though Frank Warren will probably put it on pay-per-view, so his purse bid is going to be big. I think we saw that he has got the money when you saw the Josh Warrington Kid Galahad purse bid. But I don't think Frank Warren's going to beat this Russian. I do believe that there's going to be a Russian that's going to put down an astronomical bid just to have the fight in Russia. And that's it. Yarde has to travel to Russia. Just a few minutes ago, I saw Michael Benson tweeted, and I think it was that Tunde Ajayi said, "I don't care who you are, I look after the career of Yarde. Yarde isn't going to Russia." I mean, he ain't going to fight him then. He isn't going to fight him because I'm convinced 100% that Frank Warren's not going to win this purse bid. I'm convinced of it. And as a result, Yarde will have to travel. So I can see Yarde not taking this fight just based on that. Which is a shame. I don't think Kovalev's scared of fighting anyway, if I'm honest with you. I think that he might have just felt a bit disrespected by the words of Tunde Ajayi that he is not the A side and that Yarde is the A side, etc., etc. Now I think he's determined to make Yarde travel. Yarde doesn't want to travel to Russia. I mean, you don't want to travel to Russia. Although I will say this though, Tunde Ajayi is a bit of a character. He has been tweeting clips recently of Rocky beating up Ivan Drago in Russia. So maybe he will travel, I don't know, but it'll be interesting to see what the purse bid is. It'll be interesting to see who wins it. It'll be interesting to see how much Frank Warren puts down. We never really hear about what the purse bids are. We only hear about the winner. We never hear about the other offers and who else bids for a fight. But it will be interesting to see what happens. Again, Tunde Ajayi thinks that the A side, they're going to get a 20-25 split, which means they really should have negotiated a lot better. They really should have. They should have took their ego out of this deal, offered Kovalev decent money to travel. Kovalev does travel. We have seen it before. And this fight could have been made. Now, Yarde might have to go to Russia to get the belt. I mean, shit just got more difficult, right? You're not only going to Russia, you're going to Russia with a 20 or 25 split, trying to rip the belt from a Russian called SERGEY Kovalev, the Crusher. Good luck. Peace.